Shalom, Kol Halalim Le Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem Rachakadash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. It's a Hebrew name. Yahweh is who they ignorantly call Christ or Jesus. His name is Yahweh. He's a so-called black man. Racha, Spirit, Kadash, Holy, for the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. The true Hebrew Israelites are the so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. We are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. This is going to be prophecy of World War III, because World War III is in the Bible, written in the book of Revelations, and it's Armageddon. So we'll start. Let's start with the book of Revelation chapter 9 in verse 12. One war was past, the first world war, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. Those will be the two next world wars. World War III is yet to come. It's right here. We're going to see many nations be gathered into the valley of Jehoshaphat to fight in the middle, which is the Middle East, to fight the battle of Armageddon. And I don't know how many nations exactly, but there's going to be a major war and battle from these different nations, which is World War III in the Middle East being fought. Another scripture for World War III is in Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe was past, World War II, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So we're in the time of the third woe. So these prophecies will come to pass. And you can expect a war draft. All this comfort and happiness you got with your family, although it's not going off to have a family, but all this comfort in Babylon is all about to go out the window, and these prophecies are going to pass. And these wicked Israelites will likely find themselves being sent over to the Middle East, to the valley of Jehoshaphat, to fight Armageddon. And you can expect a war draft. So what we see prophecies are World War III, famine, the MOTB, RFID microchip being made mandatory, martial law. This is all the future. So now's the time to turn back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and to change your wicked lifestyle to a righteous lifestyle. For example, keeping the commandments, as well as believing and having faith on Yahweh, the Son of the Most High. But back to the point, Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. In the deliverance of the Israelites, of the elect, is soon. Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So all these nations are going to be gathered into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will gather all nations and will bring them into the valley of Jehoshaphat in the Middle East, the Middle East area, and will plead with them for my people, for my heritage Israel, the so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, whom they have scattered among the nations and a part of my land. And so the point is that these nations will be gathered into the valley of Jehoshaphat. These heathen, which are heathens, that gathered into the valley of Jehoshaphat. They're going to be gathered to fight Armageddon, which is World War III. This is Revelation chapter 16 and verse 16. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. So Armageddon is these nations are going to be gathered into the valley of Jehoshaphat to fight Armageddon. So this is World War III. These nations are going to war against each other. So this is the time that we're in. So this is not a time of peace. This is not a time to sit back and chill and for to do worldly things and have family gatherings and all that and try to save up for vacations. This isn't that time. These prophecies are popping like popcorn. And you got to get prepared, you Israelites who are hearing this word, for these prophecies to take hold on the earth. And to see if you're doing what you need to do to get right with the Most High and His only begotten Son. And so concerning this war, we know that we have the prophecies of where America is going to bring its troops. This is Joel chapter 2 verse 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army. Northern being North America, so this is the American army. And will drive him into a land barren and desolate. A land barren and desolate is a desert, which is going to be in Saudi Arabia. And you can look at a map. With his face toward the East Sea, that's the Euphrates River. And his hinder part toward the utmost sea, that's the Red Sea. So this is where Esau is going to bring his troops. Now, I don't know exactly where all the battles will take place, but we know through the prophecies, or we know it's going to be in the valley of Jehoshaphat, but within the Middle East, we can only tell you what the prophecies say. So Esau in America is going to bring his army to Saudi Arabia, the land barren and desolate, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things. And so expect a military draft in America. So you better be praying and fasting and hoping that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai doesn't draft you into put you in that military draft. We want to be kept from these things. We want to have a hedge of protection. And not to say that if you get sent over there, that if you're of the elect, you will get delivered or you'll get taken out of there, but the point is for you Israelites, to learn these prophecies, see what time we're in, and to get right with the Most High and His only begotten Son, and to teach the elect these prophecies. And so, another nation we know, and I speak these things to myself first, this is Ezekiel chapter 39 verse 2, and I will turn, I have to start at verse 1. Ezekiel chapter 39 verse 1. Therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against Gog. Gog represents Russia. You can read Ezekiel 38. Gog and Magog is Russia. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai power, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Now the point is at verse 2. And I will turn thee back. In Ezekiel 38 it says, turn back with hooks in its jaws. So I'm going to read the precept and then go back to that point. And leave but the sixth part of thee. So the sixth part, you chop up the Russian army into 6 parts. You have like it would be a fraction. 1 out of 6, the sixth part. 1/6 of the Russian army is going to be left back in Russia to defend the land. And 5 out of 6 parts. So that's and leave but the 6th part of thee in Russia, of the Russian military, and will cause thee to come up from the north parts, and will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel. So concerning the Armageddon and the valley being gathered into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Russia is going to bring its military, 5 out of 6 parts of its military. If you have a pizza or a pie and you cut up 6 slices, that's the whole Russian military, is the pie or the pizza. 5 of those is going to go down to Israel. 1 is going to stay. And so this is going to be concerning the valley of Jehoshaphat in the battle of Armageddon. And so it's no coincidence that we're at the point where the MOTB, the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, we're getting closer and closer to that point. Digital technology, Neuralink, it's all coming together at the same time where World War III looks like it's about to pop off. So are you doing what you got to do to get right with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? Are you calling on the true names Yahweh and Yahushai? You men of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites. Ultimately, after the MOTB, World War III, and eventually the nuclear missiles are going to be shot on America, Babylon the Great, and the deliverance of the elect will occur. So this is what we're looking for. This is just another prophecy that must come to pass. These are Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's words. So we know they're going to pass, they're going to happen. This is nothing that we can prophesy them. Hopefully we're of the elect prophets and believers. But these prophecies will happen. These are the Lord's prophecies. There's nothing we can do as men. We want them to come to pass, but I'm saying that these prophecies will happen. And we're fighting for these prophecies to happen. That's why we're prophesying them. But I mean that everybody's situation soon is going to be overtaken by these prophetic words. So we want that to be righteous with the Most High. Hopefully we're of His elect. And so this is an article, and I just looked up. I looked up World War III, and you see multiple articles. We are on the brink of World War III, says Trump, and here's why he's right. Is World War III right around the corner? World War III is approaching fast, and too few are willing to admit why. Why? Because it's in the Bible, it's in the prophecies. Republican says World War III talk shouldn't deter strikes inside Iran. And so the Northern Army, American Army, is going to be brought to a land barren and desolate, Saudi Arabia. And these other nations are going to be gathered into the Valley of Jehoshaphat to fight Armageddon. And Russia's going to bring its troops down to Israel. Where the small hats, the little hats, the J's, JOOs, the fake JEWS's. And I said I would go back to the first part, Ezekiel 39 of this verse 2, and I will turn thee back and leave but the sixth part of thee, and will cause thee to come up from the north parts, and will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel. The first part, and I will turn thee back. In Ezekiel 38, it says Russia will be turned back with hooks in its jaws. Ezekiel 38 and 2 and verse 1, and the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince. The chief prince in the Hebrew is Ra'ash Shar, Chief Ra'ash, Prince Shar, of Meshech and Tubal, so that sounds just like Russia, of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. So Magog is Russia, the chief prince. Verse 3, and say, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And I will turn thee back. So everything, these nations are controlled by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So whatever Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai wants to do, whatever his prophecies say, he's going to do. So these prophecies will take hold on the nations and their people. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth. So Russia's being turned back now to that old USSR state, and is trying to gain some of that land from the USSR. And now it has its sights set on the west, and we know Russia's gonna shoot America with missiles. And all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So this was what it was like. It looked like the Soviet Union. So Russia's being turned back, but ultimately it's just gonna this is the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's prophecies, which you can clearly see. So they're trying to get some of this land back, but ultimately their goals are insignificant. They're really nothing. That kind of goes unsaid because Yahushua is going to return to deliver the elect Israelites. And Israel is going to be established as on top, the Israelites. Isaiah chapter 2. So Russia is not going to get its go. Yahweh Shah is turning Russia back. It's all according to prophecy now. And that's what it says. But just for more edification, bring out more scriptures. In prophecies that Russia in its endeavors are going to he's turning back Russia. So Russia's not doing it in its own will. So Yahweh Shah is using Russia for his own purpose. He's going to bring the fifth part of their army down to Israel to fight in the battle of Armageddon, down to the valley of Jehoshaphat to fight the battle of Armageddon. And then they're basically just gonna there's gonna be no more Russia. There's gonna be an Israelite government, an Israelite rulership. This is Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 1. This is the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. Mountains represent governments. And shall be exalted above all the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. So Israel's government is going to be on the top. The so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans. We're the Israelites. So Israel's going to be ruling. There's going to be no more Russia, no more America. America's not going to be inhabited, but there's going to be a whole new system. And these heathen are going to be our slaves. They're going to be servants doing all the work, all the farm work, all the field work, all the building of the walls, while the Israelites are going to be ruling. Hopefully, starting with the elect, hopefully we're of the elect, because we're only hoping right now, which is fearful. It's a scary thought, but we've been given this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in the true names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. But to continue the point, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the government, and to the house of the power of Jacob, or Yaquab in the Hebrew. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai from Jerusalem. So it's going to be a righteous kingdom. The laws will be pushed. The heathen will come up to the Israelites to learn the laws. Israelites are going to be on top, the government of Israel above everything else. Yahweh Shai is going to be in his glory. King David is going to be king. And the heathen will be servants and slaves. And this proves that this proves that the fake Jews are not the people, because the law is not being pushed. They have damn homosexual parades. That place is absolutely demonic. The true government of Israel is going to be set up, and the prophecy says so. If they were the Israelites, their government would be on top, and people would go to learn the laws. Verse 4, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. So there's going to be no more war when the Israelites are in power. And we're not going to be in power until Yahweh and the angels return, deliver the elect Israelites, the seed of the house of Israel, from the north country, America, and in North America, in America, and from all the places we've been scattered, then are brought back to our own land. Then we're going to subdue the heathen and establish righteousness on the earth and rule the heathen with a rod of iron. So this is the future. That's the kingdom of heaven. And so World War III is the prophecy. Main point of this lesson that's happening now, or not, I shouldn't say happening now, but we're looking that it's going to be soon. We're hastening these prophecies to pass. And I'll get the precept in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 23. I believe it's 6 and 7. Or it might be. Jeremiah chapter 23. I'll start at verse 6. In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name, whereby he shall be called Yahweh Bashmi Oshai, righteousness. Verse 7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, that they shall no more say, here's the point, the next two verses, Yahweh Bashmi Oshai liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, which was the great deliverance of the Israelites out of Egypt. But Yahweh Bashmi Oshai liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel, that's the physical descendants of the man Israel, Jacob, Yaquab, and the Hebrew for Jacob, Yashar'Allah for Israel, out of the north country, America, North America, America, Babylon the Great, and from all countries whither I had driven them. And they shall dwell in their own land. The elect, those written in the book of life, will be delivered. A great deliverance from the north country and from all the places we've been scattered. Then we'll be brought back to our own land. They shall dwell in their own land, and that's the kingdom of heaven. The government of Israel will be set up, and like all the things that I said before. So that'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakodash. Shalom.